I bleed silver and black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a raider for life. 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 I'm a raider for life.
Touchdown, Raiders!
What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Mikey Raider coming to you with a important update about the Chandler Jones situation. What is this important update? Well, stay tuned and find out. Ooh, excuse me. First off, I want to say good morning. Thank you, everybody, for chiming into the channel. Please hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. If you appreciate my videos, consider becoming a member to support me, to buy some tacos, to stop coughing and buy coffee. I'm just kidding. And more importantly, the last video of Chandler Jones did pretty well, so why not make a second? It's called the YouTube algorithm for a reason, and if it's working, let's keep talking about it. But there is some important updates and some stuff that I need to get off my chest about the Chandler Jones situation. And a lot of people, stop talking about it. It's over with. He's not a good player. Who the heck cares? All right. Like I said, this is a bigger picture. This is about running an organization, the family members on the team, how they're being handled, and the situations that play out publicly in the press, in the media, and all that other stuff. I look at the bigger picture. And people are saying, well, you need to blame Chandler Jones. This is a Chandler Jones issue, not a Josh McDaniels or Dave Ziegler issue. It's all of the above, guys. I'm sorry to break it to you, you content creators. I love a lot of you, but a lot of you just ain't saying the right stuff, okay? And I'm here to call it out. It does affect more people than just Chandler Jones. Okay, right now the Raiders have a bad overall history of looking bad. Josh McDaniels has the best odds to be the fired coach in the NFL. 6-1 odds. So you get $6 for every dollar bet that Josh McDaniels will be fired, the first coach fired this season. That says something. That shows the tide. Okay? So, it's an overall big picture of how this is being handled. And, like I said in my video yesterday morning, before Josh McDaniels came out and did his press conference, and he looked nervous as hell. Hey guys. Hey guys. Man, you don't handle problems very well. Whether it's a problem you're making, or you have to report to the media, because you can't control them in this situation. So you're scared. You're huffing and puffing. You're out of breath. You probably ran a marathon trying to figure out how to answer the team, because you got to be that a-hole and say, oh, we're handling it in-house. But he had the press conference, and he was scared, and he didn't mention anything about it. Anytime he was asked, he goes, it's a personal matter. We're handling it in-house, and all that other stuff. But when he was questioned, again, multiple times, he didn't speak on it as an adult. Sometimes there's problems that you just got to continue speaking about it as an adult, and the best you can. I know he doesn't want to give personal information, whatever the true problem with Chandler Jones was, and I still think it was a drug-induced episode or a manic episode or something like that. But still, I know he doesn't want to give out that personal information, and I can respect that. But he can still answer it like a man instead of getting mad and saying, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You know what? Show up and show out, Josh McDaniels. If you want to build a winning culture and you want people to look at you differently, like a head coach of men, not of children, of men, then speak out like a human being and talk about it without relaying any personal information. I don't even know what I would say, and I'm just going to make it up right now. If I'm Josh McDaniels and they ask me about Chandler Jones, what do you think happened, this and that? What happened is a bad day. What happened is a bad day. We're all working together to smooth everything out. Not that I believe there's any true problems. Chandler Jones is a class act. He always has been. And let's chalk it up to a bad day. It is a personal matter, and we're all going to deal with it like a family. We're going to get together, we're going to lift everybody up, and we're going to pull through this as best as possible. If there's any more updates that I need to talk to you guys about, I will let you know as soon as possible. But for now, let's just handle it, move about our day, start practicing, and we all got a lot of love for Chandler Jones, and he is possibly a future Hall of Famer in the league. And that's what we're going to build upon. Chalk it up to a bad day. Or two. It's all good. Boom! Boom! I know it wasn't perfectly said. I'm not the best speaker. But boom! Well, you didn't answer it. You didn't really answer what happened. Again, some things people don't need to know. And I do respect that. But you could have answered it like that instead of getting angry and always keeping everything hidden. Again, if you show your heart, they'll give you your heart back. And they will respect your wishes of not communicating about it, or, you know, it's a personal matter, and then maybe later on down the line. But like I said, if you bring out your heart and you talk good about that player, then it'll be better taken or better received. But again, he's possibly mad at Chandler Jones, and then that showed in the press conference as well. And then he kept saying that, you know, Chandler Jones, you know, he's one of the captains. He's one of the captains. The reporters kept telling Josh McDaniels he's one of the captains or one of the leaders. And then, because he was a captain the first year he came, meaning last year. And to be a captain, you have to be voted in by the players. And you know the players voted him in last year because he barely became a part of the team from the Arizona Cardinals. This year, they did not vote him as a captain. They did not. And that's what Josh McDaniels was saying when they asked, hey, he's a leader, he's a captain. Josh McDaniels immediately interrupted them and said, he's not a captain. He wanted to get that message out to everybody that he's mad at Chandler Jones and he's not a captain. He wanted everybody to know that because he is upset. But why is Chandler Jones not a captain? Again, if he was a captain last year and he's not voted in as a captain this year, that also means that the team maybe showered on Chandler Jones off the field or for whatever reason, and he just wasn't up there deserving of being named a captain this year. Not by Josh McDaniels. The reports are the team votes the captains in. So he wasn't voted in by the team. Maybe that's why he unfollowed Max Crosby. Maybe in his manic rage, he felt like Max Crosby wasn't being there for him or standing up for him or whatever. Or maybe Max Crosby had the final vote of him being a captain and didn't give it to him, and he remembered it. I don't know. I don't care. I'm tired of speculating about what happened. But again, I'm just going to chalk it up to a manic, drug, alcohol, whatever episode, 48 hours, and whatnot. Okay? Apparently there was a tweet that said, all things are good or great with God. Another tweet, maybe yesterday, even though all the other tweets were deleted. But yeah, so that's the update, guys. That's the update about Josh McDaniels and what he said and how the team is being run. And I don't believe the team is being run efficiently. And then that being said, I want to debunk some theories that a lot of people had. But before I get into that, I also forgot to say on yesterday's video about Chandler Jones' situation when I was giving out speculation and theories. He quoted, and not quoted, but he talked about Antonio Brown, Kanye West, his brother, and what's the other guy's name for the radio? Alden Smith, in a diary. Well, you got to think, if he has a diary and he's writing down his feelings and his idols, he's probably in therapy, Chandler Jones. If he has a diary, he's probably in therapy. And he might have written that at the moment during his episode, but I still think he's in therapy for whatever reason. And they told him, start writing in a diary and stuff like that to help you out. Write down your feelings. So when he was going through this episode, he wrote down his feelings. Just a little tidbit. It means he's possibly in therapy, which is fine. I am too. Trust me. Not every day, but when I go through it, I go through it. And then also another little theory or speculation, when he was speaking about Antonio Brown and all that, have you noticed with a lot of these people like Kanye and all that, basically at the end of their career, they do something publicly that's crazy or wild, and they get their names in the media, they get their names in the paper, or we don't have paper anymore, but you know what I'm saying. That's how old I am. But they do something publicly, and then they get all this, media attention and clout and social media this. And what it does is, sometimes it's planned. Maybe Chandler Jones planned it. He knows he's toward the end of his career. He's possibly being traded, asked for a pay cut, whatever. So why not make a big to-do-ha to get in all the sports reporters, the media reports or whatever, and then that way a lot of people will talk about you, get your social media presence up there, and all that other stuff, to where in the future you might get a reality TV show. You might go on Dancing with the Stars. You get it? If he can bounce back from a bad episode. Again, if you can bounce back publicly, you'll make some money after your career's ending because of the public craziness, and you became real popular to people that didn't even know who you were. Then you become more popular. Then you start saying and doing all the right things, and now you have a comeback story. And you can get in TV shows, reality shows. You can go to conventions, sign trading cards, and make even more money because your career was already ending at that moment, and now you just created probably another $2 or $3 or $5 million income by doing this stunt publicly. Again, it's a theory. It's interesting. I don't know if he did it. I'm just throwing it out there, and I'm trying to see what sticks. What's thick is what sticks. All right, now let me debunk some of the idiocracy. Because Idiocracy, the movie, is a documentary. But go watch it. Idiocracy, the movie, is a documentary. Not just a movie with actors. It's a documentary on today's society. But the idiocracy of people that were talking about the Chandler Jones timeline, and the two things that pissed me off the most, he was hacked. He showed a video proving it was him during this whole debacle. He wasn't hacked. Okay? So, do your research. He wasn't hacked. It's a stupid excuse. Then, the next excuse was the reason they didn't let him in the gym. It was closed. It was Labor Day. Even some good friends of mine are saying this on their shows. Man, it was Labor Day. The gym's closed. People need to recognize. All right, take some critical thinking. Whoever used this excuse is a little stupid in my book. And I'm not trying to call out people that I love and I respect. Okay, for the people that did say this that I love and I respect, take a second and think about that statement. First off, look up the timeline. Everything happened on Tuesday morning and afternoon. All the tweets and all that. So, it was Tuesday, it wasn't Labor Day. Then on top of that, he was trying to go into the gym probably that morning on Tuesday. That's not Labor Day. let's say for sake it was Monday, and then he decided to tweet late Monday or Tuesday morning, a day later. Okay? Maybe it was Monday. Okay? Let's give everybody that respect. And Monday is Labor Day. The gym's closed, right? Okay. So an NFL gym owned by the team in the middle of the beginning of the season, that Monday before the first game, is closed. When all the players need to get in their reps and whatever, nobody's there. He can't get a hold of anybody to open up the gym because of the supposedly it's a national holiday. And the NFL, lives by national holidays. So the NFL, every other gym is probably open, meaning local, which he apparently went to. Every other gym is open, but not the Raiders facility gym on the holiday. Are you with me? Are you feeling me? Especially in the beginning of the season. Nope, the Raiders respected the holiday and they forcefully closed their gym on Monday, but every other gym is open. The local ones. 24-hour fitness, the fat girl gym, the fat boy gym, whatever you want to call it. They're all open. But the Raiders NFL gym that's going to start their season, that is normally open 24/7 for any player to get their work in, is closed. Wah, wah, wah. All right, the people that use that as an excuse, I hope you understand it. I hope you saw it from my perspective, and I just gave you a little bit of insight into critical thinking. That's what I do. I'm a conspiracy theorist, and that's what I do. I find out the truth behind the lies, and that is a bad theory. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you guys for chiming in. I will come to you Friday night or Saturday night with another live video. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Stay happy. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Stay blessed. And I love you. Go Raiders. And we're going to eat versus the Broncos. Let's put this drama behind us as best as we can. And is Chandler Jones going to play? He wasn't at practice yesterday. But, I'm not saying this in a mean, derogatory way. I do not care. Tyree Wilson will have an opportunity. I just hope Chandler Jones is dealing with whatever he's dealing with the best possible. And I hope the team, like 2 years ago with Derek Carr, when they came together as a family, I hope the team reaches out to Chandler Jones to try to become a family and build from within instead of pushing him away and being a-holes. And then maybe Chandler Jones will be pushed away and all that. That's one good thing that I could say that I'm going to miss about players like Darren Waller, Derek Carr, so on and so forth, and the coaches, Rich Bisaccia, that are no longer a part of this team. I don't know if Josh McDaniels and this staff know how to create an actual family besides yelling and telling people what to do and being an alpha male. That being said, I hope they accept Chandler Jones, and I hope they can heal together, and then that way we can all win together. I love you, Raider Nation. I'm out.
I bleed silver and black, and I wear it with pride. Hold my shield to the sky. I'm a Raider for life. 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 I'm a Raider for life.
Touchdown!